Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is an interactive session. I have someone very interesting. You've seen her already on my channel now. Mercy, my companion for that hair spa. If you have watched the remaining of my videos on this channel, welcome new subscribers. I really appreciate. All right, today's video is on DNA scam. I like to do it alone, but when she came around, I was like, you know what, let's talk, let's be interactive, because I don't like my unpopular opinion being just one directional. Let it be everywhere because me, I speak more like, this is not a religious channel obviously, but you know, as a Muslim, I live my life. My tenet of faith is based on every verse of the Holy Quran and the Hadith and all of that. That's by the way. So DNA scam. Let's see. You are hearing what is happening in this world now. Everybody DNA. What's up? What's your take on that?
Okay. About the DNA scam. About the DNA scam, for me, I think it's a personal thing. You know, there's something about.
Okay, you a man wakes up. Some of them, the kids are even grown up. Now that's the part that even baffles me. These kids are already grown up, and then a man wakes up and said he wants to do DNA for his kids.
That's why I said it's a personal thing. Now, for me personally, it depends on what you listen to. You know, there are sometimes something can just come on you passively. You know, maybe you tune in to a station, or you're having a conversation with friends and family, probably someone that's had an encounter, and you know, somehow they now find out that their children, you're supposed to train that
you're trying
children,
to say trend.
Yeah, train that this person is not yours. So somehow there's something in your head now, like you know, you start wondering, are you sure I'm not in the same shit, like, you know? So that's why I said it matters what you listen to. Do you get? So it's just a personal thing for me. You understand? And me, I'm a Christian, so sometimes there are things you filter. You know, let me give an instance. I remembered when, you know, we're talking about fibroid, you get to a certain age and all that. You know, during our parents' time, there's nothing like that. They just grow, and there's only like fibroid. But now it becomes like, when you get to a certain stage, you've not had children, and a certain stage, now say, okay, be careful, fibroid can set in and all that. So that's how it is with this DNA thing. Do you get? Now you've had grown kids. You just happen to know about someone that has an issue with DNA, maybe the children, they finally find out that these kids are not yours. You now started thinking like, are you sure? Okay, let me see. You now start looking at your children in you know, somehow your wife, or so he started suspecting, started acting weird on everything. But normally before, you were comfortable with your kids, comfortable with your wife. There's no suspicion, nothing. Your life was so perfect and you were doing well. Exactly. So I said it's a personal thing, and it depends on what you listen to.
There was this The View. This lady's on The View. Is a Nigerian program actually. There was a topic they titled that men are turning their lives upside down. Because to me, you're turning your life upside down.
And it's a torture for you as a man as well. Because let's assume that thing you were actually looking for. You want to be sure if these children are yours. You now decided to go and do DNA.
Yeah.
What if finally you just find out that, assuming you have 4 kids, the whole 4 kids are not yours? What happened? That is an emotional torture for you. Would you want to go through that issue? Do you want to go through that line for yourself for the rest of your life? Do you get?
Exactly.
Okay, what if you now so much trust this medical or whatever you're going to do DNA?
Because there's mistake, there's error. Yes, you know, they say 99.9. Okay. What if that 0.1 was the error?
You're even talking about the error and all that. What if they miss the specimen? Maybe the one you gave is different. They now use another person's own, and the result you're getting is not actually your result, it's for someone else.
But coming back to African culture, I remember there was one book I read from a past leader of one of our past leaders, and he said something about fertility or conception. He said the African mentality blames the female, blames the woman when there is no child in the family. Infertility most of the time is actually always pointed to the woman as her fault. They don't look at the man. And do you know that in some cases of this so-called DNA scam, you're going to go and open what God has covered. You don't know if you, the man, you're the one that even had issues. And because the African mentality, infertility in a marriage is always blamed on the female, and so probably she had to go and do away. But that's by the way. Coming back, me, I'm a Muslim and from a religious religious point of view,
Okay.
is this. There are some things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to just leave it under cover. Are we saying that investigation is bad? No, investigation is not bad, but there are some things that you should just leave it under cover. See, this woman goes out, sleep with other men and have children. That is between her and her God on the day of judgment. For me, I feel that some men are trying to do God's work. Why? One. And number two, Islamically, if a child was born in a union of marriage within the time frame of 7 months, let me also digress a little bit in Hausa. It means aureabaka, meaning marriage union has given it to you.
Yeah.
Then I was listening to one malam like that. He was talking about a certain misunderstanding where the man said he divorced his wife. The man said he did not divorce his wife, but the woman said he has divorced her. Before anything, she has packed out of his house and went to marry another person. So after some time, the guy was now hearing one preaching that if you've not divorced your wife, you can come, because these things have rules and regulations. Like I said, this is not a religious channel, so if you're interested, you can Google it and know more about Islamic divorces. So he now realized that, this his wife is still his wife, going by whatever it is. My brother picked up case before anything. They came in front of the malam. They were now talking, and now malam means Islamic scholar, actually, for those of you that don't know. And then he now came to realization that he actually didn't divorce her. So meaning she's a married woman. I went to marry another person. So now this is the conclusion. Her second marriage was null and void. Unfortunately, the marriage has already been consummated. In fact, at that time, she said she was pregnant. And guess what? They said she should go back to her original husband. What about the child? It's his own.
Yes.
So there are some gifts that marriage gives. In fact, I don't know that. There was one of my friend, your Igbo. She was telling me that there are some instances where you can carry another man's child and go and give another man's child, like it's in a tradition. I don't know.
Okay. Look what I know about the Igbos. If you're married and somehow you happen to go out and meet another one and you got pregnant in the process. For the fact you're still married to your husband, that child belongs to your husband.
That is related to what I'm saying. Yeah. Tradition. You see, that's why I said tradition, culture, they have, that's the same thing with Islam. As long as that child is born within the frame of 7 months, Oga is your child. Even if he's not your child. So that is why you hardly see Muslims wake up and say that they're doing DNA. Do you understand? Because whether the child is their own, whether the child is not their own, it's the day of judgment. The woman that went to do away. Yes, now that went to cheat on the husband. So for me, I feel that this DNA thing should please die down. I don't know who brought it. And I don't know why. Do you understand? Probably, I don't know. There was also another instance. I remember then, there was this, I'm telling you, was like more than 10 years ago. There was a woman that she had 3 or 4 children. Then one of the child is sick. Like, they were always going to the hospital. And her husband was very, very wealthy and all that. Like, to cut the long story short, all of the children don't even belong to the man. And unfortunately, it's like that one, when she went to whoever she went to get that child with, it's like their genotype did not go properly, and they ended up giving birth to a sickler. Meanwhile, her husband does not have S. She does not. So where did sickler come from? So for me, you see, that's why I said leave everything to God. That if God now has, maybe that woman now, God wants to bring her leg out. See, at the end of the day, like I told you, we're just human beings and we cannot play God. Do you understand? Don't help God play his role. Now you see that one that maybe God wanted to bring out her leg. You see, now she ended up going to the wrong place, and then I'm trying to say to you. So for me, that DNA thing, men are just trying to ruin their life. And to me, I now ask the question, okay, when you realize it's not your child, what will you do?
The thing is, you
will throw the child away.
For me, adultery, I'm not saying to say
adultery, fornication, no, it's haram, it's wrong. Yeah,
committing adultery is right.
It's wrong.
I'm not trying to say it's
that is why I said
but it's wrong.
Because it's wrong.
It's wrong. But the truth about when there is a child involved, like I'm a Christian, we are taught that every child is your child. Now imagine people that did adoption. Now you know that this child is
but that yours. One they already.
Do you understand? You know. The only thing is just that your wife committed adultery, and it is something she did without you knowing. You understand? So if you have a large heart, you feel you want to do DNA to be sure that these children are yours, fine. But I want you to also have the emotional tolerance to be able to forgive if you find out that these children are not yours. Then take it that every child is your child. Imagine if at the time you married your wife, you guys were not able to have kids, and you now decided to go and adopt, and it happens that you are the man that went to do DNA, you are the one that is not able to father a child.
No, but that adoption, that's by the way, they already know it's not their children.
I'm
but
saying
we're talking of the
in
adoption,
a situation where you married your wife,
biological ones, I mean,
and it now happened that you are the one that is not able to father a child. Probably you have issues. and your wife is okay. Do you understand? Now there's some wives, maybe you don't know, they already know that you have issues. They decided to go and do, go and meet another man and have these children for you. And at the end of the day, you now find out that these kids are not yours. And you still find out that you cannot be able to father a child. What happens?
Men are very egocentric. Men, there's that, I don't know, there's just something about manhood. You understand? There's this pride, there's this ego, and just like you said at the beginning of this video, there's a trend that they tend to want to follow. Or see at the end of the day, just like it is stated clearly, you're just ruining your life. You're ruining the life. No, you're ruining so many lives. You're ruining your life, you're ruining the lives of the children, you're also ruining the lives of the wife. Like, let this thing be. Leave that thing to God Almighty. If God wants to expose it for you, even without DNA, it will come to pass. You understand? Yes. Thank you so much, Mercy. I really appreciate it. I know you're looking tired. Sorry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the fact that you came here to be part of this discussion. So what's your take? Drop it in the comment section. The DNA. Nah, yeah, it's tired. Please, what is your take? Thank you so much and hope to see you in another video.